What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Vong, and the which is the Russell 1000 and the S&P 500, the stock market. Lots to go over, lots to discuss in today's video. Specifically, we're starting to see a lot of these cryptos start to rebound. Stock market has beautifully reversed out of whatever major correction that we saw on Friday here. Major drop to the downside, and we're practically now right back in it where we expected to be, and we are now starting our ascent to the upside, which looks phenomenal. S&P 500, very similar, you can see, fell as well, and it's now starting to rally back up, and I think this is ultimately impacting the rest of the cryptos. Yes, we are consolidating today on XRP, but we don't look too bad at all. If anything, maybe we zoom in and we could form some sort of newer technical indicator. Maybe there's some sort of downtrend like this. Maybe there's some sort of symmetrical triangle. There's definitely some stuff we're going to have to cover and look at here in the short term when we zoom into that. But all the other cryptocurrencies look all right too. Nothing is saying, hey, we're headed lower. I mean, Solana is rallied right back up to its moving average. We're consolidating, possibly going to head higher. Ethereum is inside what we found as a descending fractal, a bull flag formation here. And then we have Bitcoin in an uptrend, which looks phenomenal as well. Doesn't look half bad, if you ask me, in this sort of ascending fractal here, holding on to support. We haven't shown any signs of any cryptocurrency wanting to fall lower. We might be in a downtrend here, but we don't look bad at all. We're not in a bear market by any means. And that, I think, is good news if you ask me. So with that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, briefly looking at the current coin market cap, 32 on the Fear and Greed Index. In my opinion, this is good, because this shows that there is so much upside potential in the market. Obviously, we could fall lower into extreme fear, but we're not there yet, and I don't think we will. We are pretty low across the board. We are certainly pretty low. Cryptos are definitely starting to correct to the downside here. Lots of consolidation, lots of, corrections over the past couple of days here, essentially. And we are down pretty much double digits for the most part across the board for all these major cryptocurrencies. What a shame, but it is what it is. And I do think now this gives us room to head back to the upside. I can't say I didn't expect to see the markets fall to this extent. This was not a surprise, truly. The markets were all looking for correction here. We just didn't know it would be with manipulation as well as with the tariffs that were put out here. That's what kind of comes as a shocker, because if you look at the XRP charts here, we have a beautiful kind of symmetrical, or this was sort of like a downtrend, a pennant flag of sorts, however you want to categorize this, I don't even want to say a bull flag, but some sort of descending triangle, a pennant flag formation here you can see was forming, where we had the same support level, but the resistance was gaining in. And we knew that after hitting this, if we start to correct, we could, either head something like that, or with the discovery of a descending fractal here, we could continue to pan out inside the bull flag. So essentially, with us hitting the high, it doesn't come as a surprise that we then hit the low, if my point is getting across here. So now we're starting to reverse up, which looks good if you ask me. And I would think we should probably start to ascend back up to retest $2.70. Somewhere in this area here is what I would suspect to see take place here. And then we should breach. I mean, this is inevitably what I think a bull flag formation here. I don't think this is bearish by any means. I think it's extremely bullish, if anything, here. And this little correction, I mean, had we have fallen and stayed here, okay, 100% manipulation. Granted, this whole thing was manipulation. I'm not discrediting that, but we're right back to where we were prior to this ever happening here. This was a money grab, 100%, but we're back inside of exactly where we've been trading, so it doesn't come as a surprise. And if we now, don't have any manipulation, we should expect to see the bull flag take place, as we've done historically several times over. I mean, XRP had a bull flag here, rallied up. XRP had a bull flag here, rallied up. And XRP is forming a bull flag here, which should inevitably rally up, if that makes sense. Yesterday, we covered basically how I even missed the bull flag formation forming here. It was extremely overlooked. I don't know why it didn't click. All the other cryptocurrencies showed signs of bull flag formations. Didn't even notice it on XRP, which is ironic. But now that we've had it with certainty, I think some of you guys are commenting about it too. We should be all good to go moving forward in here. And you can see, Solana has a very similar bull flag formation here. XRP bull flag, correction to the downside. Solana, bull flag, correction to the downside here. Again, not coming as a surprise. This was very kind of obvious, if you ask me. It doesn't scream, oh my gosh, we missed this in any way, shape, or form. It very much says we are still in a descending fractal. Maybe we break through here, which would be unfortunate, but certainly a big possibility. And inevitably, I would like to see us rally to the upside here. I'd like to see us break through it if this is a continued correction. We only have like 2 points of confirmation on each, I would say. And with that being said, we could continue to scale lower here, or we could not even reference this at all and say, hey, we only broke through a tiny bit. We're going to get back inside and continue to the upside here. But it's still kind of up for grabs right now, with which one we are going to continue to reference here. But inevitably, we still look good. We came back down to moving average. We need to see now if we're going to break through it. And that would kind of determine, hey, we're no longer going to be in this downtrend that has been consistently forming lower highs and lower lows. And we are now going to rally up. We're going to reverse to the upside, and that this was the bottom, and now start to create higher lows and higher highs. That would be exceptional news, but we won't know that until we see how we react with this area over here. That's really what it comes down to here. And obviously, it also applies with XRP. I mean, this was a full-blown correction here, but if we can start to get out, then that could indicate that this was the lowest point. We have to see how things pan out, and I'll zoom in on this in a second. But, in case you guys didn't know, we do all these trades on BYDFI, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. They've been an exceptional exchange. They've handled the, liquidation that took place very well. Lots of you guys are reaching out. Lots of you guys had reached out to them, and they had responded and acted accordingly. I've even forwarded message myself personally to them that you guys were sending me if you weren't getting through, because they were getting slammed. But it seems like they have worked everything out, which is awesome. It just shows that they are here to stay, and they want to keep their good reputation, even if it's to make it right with the few people that were affected there. But definitely make sure to check out BYDFI. Link down in the description below. They have their Power Up Your First Trade option right here, which gives traders up to $2,000 in free bonus cryptocurrency. If you wanted to refill and take advantage of that bonus money, this does expire after like several weeks or something. So you do have to use it. It can't just sit and stockpile. But it's there, and it's at such a smaller amount compared to what it used to be. So definitely check them out down in the description below. And aside from that, here they even have a demo account, which I highly recommend you take advantage of. Because it's a demo account, this allows you to, buy long, sell short, practice all your trades essentially on here, which is phenomenal. So it's super easy. Highly recommend you check it out. Link down in the description below. And moving forward and looking at these other cryptos. So aside, we looked at XRP, and Solana also has this correction here. So that's why I was overlooking XRP for a minute, because here we have the downtrend of Solana, and I didn't even put it together with XRP, which we're starting to see now, something like this. So this essentially could continue lower. We don't know how low it'll go, but inevitably I would suspect that we see some movements back to the upside here. I still think we're very bullish. The liquidation manipulation is over and everything still looks very good. It really will just depend on, again, which factor we're going to be playing around with. You can see we have a blue band of resistance, descending broadening wedge on Bitcoin here. And if we reject off that, we could fall. Fall and continue inside the blue band. But if we are following this uptrend here in yellow, which it seems like we are, then this would call for a rebound, and we could see another bullish play just like this. And if this happens, then more than likely we're going to see XRP do that, and we're going to see Solana do that here. It's not just going to be Bitcoin here. So something to consider. Ethereum looks great. Descending, broadening wedge, descending fractal, lower high, lower lows, hitting moving average. We also suspect this to take place. So keep an eye on this, as this is what we are predicting. XRP short term, yeah, maybe there's some very short term, descending triangle. There's a resistance here. There's some resistance here, but inevitably it's really this uptrend, this price ceiling up here that's really pulling the price of XRP down. And once we breach that, then I would suspect to see us move up higher. You can see like this, inevitably something like that. So super cool. Definitely check that out. And then looking at, we looked at Ethereum and then Bitcoin too. Again, we suspect to see some sort of reversal. VOG looks all right here, possibly seeing continued movements to the upside. Everything looks bullish in my opinion. I think we're going to continue to scale higher, but we'll see. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.